Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dialogue with Baat Affair. I'm Sanjay Arora, and today we have two amazing guests with us, Gaurav and Natasha Arora from Marketcraft. They are not just incredible, talented interior designers, but also the creative mind behind some truly stunning spaces, including our own Bath Affair showroom. And as a special treat, we also have their son, Aarav, with us, a little gem who might just be the future designer in the making. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you so much, Bhair. It's an absolute honor to be here today. And trust you me, it's gonna be a knockout session today with lots of punches. And itne Arora saath hain, kamal to karenge.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having me too.
Welcome all. So Gaurav, tell me, how did you get into this interior designing? How did it all start?
Bhair, life has been a roller coaster. 25 years back, I did my economics honors from Hansraj College, and one of the top premium institutes in India. And after 3 years studying there, I realized that I was meant to create and not analyze. When I broke this news to my people back home, they were in a shock. बहुत explanations दी कि ये लड़कियां करती हैं interior design, तुम किन कामों में पढ़ने लग गए. But I had only one thing to say to them. कुछ देर की खामोशी है, फिर शोर आएगा. इनका वक्त आया है, हमारा दौर आएगा. इतनी बड़ी बात बोल तो दी, but फिर realize करा कि अब फंस गए. It's not gonna be a cakewalk. Fortunately, with God's grace, I topped all the 7 batches that time. And the biggest blessing was that I met Natasha in the institute. And शुक्राना to Guruji, I realized that नजर बदली तो नजारे बदले, कश्ती का रुख बदला तो किनारे बदले. And she's the better half, the better designer of Marketcraft. I am blessed with the best son in the world.
What a story. Jai Guruji. Okay, Natasha. Now you tell me, how did you get into this designing? What is your story about it?
So, Bhair, unlike him, my focus was always clear. Being a number 5, chasing dreams was in my DNA. I always wanted to create a world of my own and then paint it my way. So when it came to picking up a career, I knew it had to be a creative one. So flashback to 10th standard, when my dad was getting a new house constructed, and once the construction was wrapped up, he casually dropped the ball in my court and told me, my job is done. Now you do the interiors. And he got me a stack of interior design magazines. And trust me, at that point of time, that was the ultimate source of inspiration. Unlike now we have social media, Pinterest and whatnot at a single click. So armed with my enthusiasm and a bunch of ideas, I sat with the carpenter to bring my vision to life. But oh boy, it was an eye-opener. I mean, to every design, he had some obligation. This is not doable, this won't materialize, this won't work out. That's when the light bulb went off. And that's when I realized that interiors is not only about pretty pictures. It's about knowing your proportions, your scales, your functionality, and much more. And that's the reason professional courses exist. So this was the turning point in my life. And that's when I realized that I need to chase this dream of mine, no matter what it takes. Not just to create beautiful spaces, but to leave this world better than what I found it. And that's what here I am, 2 decades later, sitting here with you on the hot seat on Dialogue with Bath Affair, after doing your 5-floor marvel, loving every bit of it and living my dream.
Wow, that's great. So Aarav, just at the age of 11, how do you cope up with so much of creativity at home?
So, sir, actually, I feel that watching my parents take plain, boring, simple places and turn them into magical spaces is just like a superhero movie, but with fabric swatches and paint samples. And the best part is that I'm part of all the discussions and even get to contribute in all the PPTs.
Now I wanted to ask you, when you started designing Bath Affair, what was your vision behind it?
So Bhaiya, every masterpiece begins with a vision, and a touch of creativity makes it unforgettable. So while designing Bath Affair, it was like creating a 5-course meal. Every floor had to have its own flavor.
Oh yes, Bhair. And we had to make sure that when we design spaces, beautiful is only form, genius is functionality. So the order has to be right. You can't lose out on the functional aspect of the store.
So the store had to be really welcoming, yet functional.
Oh yes, and Bhair, we've been in the trade for more than 20 years now, you know it. And we've seen so many stores open up and shut, so many brands trying to come into India and not being able to do that. I think the prime reason is that in terms of selection of their dealer network or the store that these brands eye on. When you try and put a king into a circus, the circus doesn't turn into a palace. The king starts to look like a clown. I think that is the problem with most of the brands. They don't recognize that you need an experienced player like you who not only understands the subject but has the experience to pull it off and back it up with what wonderful service that you provide. So the day you asked us to design your store, we know that we have an uphill task. It's a store where not only domestic architect and designers who are visiting here, you're known globally. So it was a very big challenge for us and we took it up.
Great. I'm impressed. Speaking of products, what are your thoughts on the curated selections Bath Affair has to offer?
Where in the time and era of artificial intelligence, clients today they are like thermometers. They only read external references. दोस्त यार ने क्या घर पे लगाया है, इंटरनेट पे क्या दिख रहा है, उसको देख के उन्हें लगता है कि ये मेरे घर पे अच्छा लगेगा. And we designers and stores like you, we are like thermostats. We not only read but regulate. So it's a moral responsibility to guide them right. Your store with the versatility of so many brands from Toto to Hansgrohe to Coast from Kohler, name a brand and you have everything in under one roof. I've seen you over the years कि आपके पास अगर कोई बाहर से चल के भी आ जाए ना, बोले कि बाहर सड़क कहाँ जा रही है, आप उसे बाहर तक छोड़ के आते थे. एंड आई थिंक इट्स रनिंग इन द फैमिली. आई सी टुडे आयुष एंड मेहुल बोथ, देयर सो मेनी नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स क्लाइंट बोल रहा है मुझे ये प्रोडक्ट चाहिए, लेकिन वो मना कर रहे हैं. वो कह रहे हैं नहीं सर आपको पसंद है लेकिन ये आपके घर में ठीक नहीं लगेगा. आई थिंक दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ बाथ अफेयर. दैट इज द रीजन यू सी रिपीटेड क्लाइंट हियर. दैट इज द रीजन you see loyalty of customer coming in here. So your product line selection is not only about luxury. It's not about how they show, but what they do. I think that is so very important.
Thank you.
Well, according to me, it's not just aspirational. It's practical luxury, which is so very important.
Exactly. Practical luxury. That's exactly what Bath Affair aims at. Speaking of collaboration, you two worked so closely for the project of Bath Affair. What is your experience about it?
So working with Bath Affair team was just incredible. It was just like a dream team. Every member brought something unique to the table. It was just like a potluck. Someone got creativity, the other got practicality, and someone even got the snacks.
Yeah, what a power-packed team you've got. Your experience, your expertise, and the kind of relationship that you hold in the market today. I think there's a huge respect for you. And then from there on, Rahul Bhaiya picked it up. He handles operations and systems so well that you guys are free to do what you really wanted to do all these years. And two dynamite of yours. Wonderful boys they are. Ayush and Mehul, they are exceedingly doing well in their sales and marketing job. And you see so much of passion and joy on their faces while they're working. And we must not forget the wonder ladies behind the scene. Sonia ji and Anchal ji, I think they are the backbone of Bath Affair. And today what Bath Affair is completely because of their inputs behind the scene and what they have done. And even now today it's scaling new heights. So good to see the entire team working together and your trust in us. You fought with your bigger brands saying that we'll want Marketcraft to design the store the way they want it, and that is probably showed and reflected in the project now. So thanks to the Almighty and your trust, we truly appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Okay, Aarav. Now let's hear it from you. What are your thoughts about the journey of Bath Affair?
So, being 11 with two clear designer parents is just like living in the world of endless creativity and color palettes. When they started working in Bath Affair, I was thrilled to be the part of a design team. Who knows, a showroom for washroom designs could be so glamorous. From brainstorming sessions to creating mood boards, I was soaking it all in. I even got to contribute some of my own ideas, like a sleek lighting concept or a luxury way to display shower heads. Standing in front of the team of professionals and pitching made me feel like a young entrepreneur already. The journey was full of learning. I understood how a tiny detail, like a curve of a faucet or a texture of tiles, can make the space feel luxurious. Watching my parents balance functionality with style was just like seeing art in motion. Walking into Bath Affair today, I feel so proud. It's not just a showroom, it's an experience where every corner is designed to make you go just wow. The curves, the ambience, the lighting, everything is so fit that it feels even taking a basin exciting. As I see it, Bath Affair is not just a showroom, it's a statement. Luxury meets innovation. And who says washrooms can't be stylish?
I want to thank you also, Aarav, for your all inputs to design Bath Affair to the perfection.
Thank you so much.
Natasha, looking ahead, What trends do you see shaping the future of bathroom designs?
So, Bhaiya, the world is stepping up and it's time for us to step up too. Imagine a world where convenience meets luxury. Maybe having mirrors with AI augmented reality that stimulates your makeup, your hairdo, even your attire. I mean, every time you're going out for an occasion, the smart mirror gives you solutions digitally, as in what makeup or hairdo would match with your attire, making life so much simpler, especially for women.
Gaurav, Bathafare has always focused on innovation. How do you see us continuing to lead this?
We're staying ahead of trends and pushing boundaries. I think that's what Bathafare is known for. You've collaborated with world's top brands already, and you still continue to do so. And the kind of material surfaces that you've been incorporating and using since ages now, I think nobody had even heard of. You've got brands like Cavalli, you've got Versace first. You were the first movers. I think that goes to say so much about you. One very important thing that I would like to say about Bathafare is that you're always welcomed. Every time you walk into a store, there's a big smile on everyone's face. And when your focus shifts from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. And what we see is Bathafare celebrating every time, all the time. We wish you guys all the very best. And I'm sure you guys gonna do exceedingly well from here on.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Jai Guruji.
Jai.
Well, this has been such a great conversation. We look forward to hearing from both of you in the future episodes. And Aarav, I think we'll be seeing some big things. To everyone watching, thank you for tuning into Dialogues with Bathafare. See you next time.